So I've got a couple of these quick adjust clamps I got for free from somewhere. One of them had a broken, well, you see I've taken this piece off this one. This part of this on the other one was broken, so hence why I got them for free, although that one's perfectly fine. So what I'm thinking of doing is making a copy out of a piece of scrap wood I've got and seeing how well that holds up. So what I'll do first is sort of trace that shape on this piece of wood and cut it out on the scroll saw. So here's the piece I cut out. I might actually cut out a bit more because as you can see at the bottom here, there's not a lot of material on the other side of the bar. So I'll cut another piece out with a bit more material on this side of the bar to give it a bit more strength when it's clamped up. Alright, so here's the new slightly longer piece. A bit more meat down the bottom. Next I'll drill some holes through this section so the bar can actually slide through. So the bar can go through like that. And so I've marked on the end where the center of the bar will go through, so I'll drill holes through that part there now. It's almost square. So the original clamp end has this little notch cut into it to go onto this this little sort of metal dowel, what do you want to call that, pin that goes through the bar. But I can't see any other use for it other than stopping it for manufacture to line the bolt up into the right hole. Because once the bolt's through, that's going to stop it moving endways. The bar itself offers all the torsional resistance, so I might just punch that out. Otherwise I'm going to have to fiddle around and cut that little notch into this block of wood, which would weaken it slightly as well, so I don't think I'll worry about it, I'll just knock it out. Alright, so next I just need to mark up where to drill the hole for the bolt to go through. So I'm going to use a bolt that measures 6.2 millimeters. So I'm going to use a 1/4 inch drill bit to drill a hole through the block of wood. Okay, so time for assembly. So my hole wasn't obviously very lined up, but got through eventually. Need to find a socket to tighten that up with. Done. So it's about as hard as I can squeeze it, and it's not cracking. And it's only some cheap pine, so even if it does crack, I could replace it with some decent hardwood or something a bit stronger. Although that's interesting. Can't get my thumb in there to release it, although usually you're not going to be clamping, you know, it onto itself. But there you go. Free clamp fixed up, ready to use again. See you next time.